What's good, Wagering World? It's your boy Five Star in Vegas, broadcasting live as always from beautiful Sumner, Nevada. In here with my guy, the only Sacramento Kings fan I know, Spread ASTAIRE. What's good, Spread? How you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. Finally got off that losing streak and ended it in style, And so Kings won too. So hey, pretty good day for us. Probably a little bit too little, too late for the Kings, but of course, I'm keeping grinding and trying to turn that around. Obviously, very frustrated with the results that I had. So it was good to get back on the winning streak. We'll go straight into yesterday's news and let me break that down for you. So, I was like, man, first, I'm pressing during the losing streak, and I'd been hitting other games, but not the ones I was giving out here. So definitely disappointed in myself. I said, you know what? Maybe I just been working too hard. I'm gonna go take a hike, enjoy some nature, get my mind off things. So I came back and I missed the early East Coast games, right? So I get home, Clippers are down by about 3. I said, okay, whatever. It's only the first quarter. It's like 26-23, right? So I missed a little bit of the first quarter. I'm watching. Things going good. As soon as I turned on, Clippers, start taking over. I said, this is exactly like we called it. Then the Lakers go on that 14-0 run to end the half, and they're only down by 2 or 3 points. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You got to be
Right,
kidding me, right?
right.
Okay, pace around the house halftime, right? Grab a little snack, come sit back down. Clippers open that third quarter 26-2, right? And then I said, oh, finally I can take a deep breath and relax. We're going to get this home now. So, it's rough because I know what I can do. And, if you've been with me for years, you know what I can do. But it's rough when we start the daily show and I went on a real tough streak to start, especially with the guys who are just getting to know me, my handicapping style, and the way that we do things. So definitely nice to get back on the winning streak. And of course, excited to do it again tonight, right? Because yesterday's yesterday, but we got to keep these winners coming for the people. But I was so happy and relieved, right? Because we're building a great audience here, and I
Right.
definitely want to do my best for them. So I know that yours didn't go exactly as expected, didn't lose any money, but wasn't the
Yeah.
result that we wanted. What happened for you yesterday?
Well, we pushed, man. Unfortunately, the 80% free throw shooter couldn't make free throws at the end of the game to lock us in at the 7. That way, after the miss, UIC would have bounced it out and we would have been on 7. We got stuck on the 6. If you got the 6.5, I apologize. I got the 6 overnight and early that morning. I saw it fluctuate a little bit. I think it actually went back to 6 before tip. But for the most part, everyone got the 6, I think, and that was a push. I know that most of you guys know better than take that hook. That hook is always deadly on anytime you're dealing with any of these spreads out here. But yeah, we got the push, and we'll take that. Now today we'll come with a winner so that we're in the plus as always for the week. But man, going back to you getting off your snide, me and the wife were at dinner. We were at a very nice restaurant we like to frequent, and we had some friends in town, and the whole time my wife's like, "You're being rude." She's hitting my elbow. I'm trying to watch the Clippers and Lakers game because I'm like, no. I said, we got to get this with it. So when he went crazy in the third quarter, Reggie Jackson went off and stuff. We were real excited. I whispered to her, I said, I think Spread's gonna win. She said she was so happy. She was like, yes, I'm so happy for him. I was like, yeah, because we consider you family, man. We do this, she's you got your wife, man. She's living and breathing it with you. So, she's part of my lifestyle and knows how hard it's been when I've been on my own personal loser streaks, and how you get down on yourself, man, and you got to keep getting up grinding because that's one of the hardest things in the world is when you just getting a lot of games going against you bad and a bunch of variables that you can't control. And you're putting in the work, you're doing the right thing, and it's just not going right. So I'm so glad that ended, man. So now let's get on this winning streak again, man. You're right where you belong on the winning side, So
And just to relate to that story a little bit, I've definitely got that nudge plenty of times in social situations, and it's
right,
hard. You got
yeah,
$500 on a game, and
right,
dinner conversation's pretty cool, but
right,
TV's right there, and
yeah. Yeah, I know these people pretty well. We've known each other
yeah.
like 10 years. They don't mind. Like, yeah, man. I was trying to we got through it luckily, and we also had a pretty good day with the Supreme clientele. So overall, even though we got the push on IPFW for the most part, we had a wonderful day. And the main thing was my guy has broken the curse. We used the sage yesterday and it
Yeah.
worked. So now My guy Spread's back. So let's get to this ball and parlay, man, so we can keep this streak going. Spread, who you rolling with today in the
All
NBA?
right. I'm going with the second best team in the NBA against the spread this season, right? So the top team in the NBA against the spread, Memphis Grizzlies. Not a big surprise, right? That they lost in the first round of the playoffs this year. Now they're in third place, right? So they're obviously exceeding expectations. Okay, those are usually the types of teams that are on top of the against the spread list. Second in the league against the spread is the 14th place Oklahoma City Thunder. You know, why are they so good against the spread and so bad straight up? Because they're constantly getting so many points of odds here. And that's the situation again tonight. The Oklahoma City Thunder keep covering spreads, but once again, they're catching 9.5 at home against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota Timberwolves, very good team, right? We talked about how good they looked in their win over the Warriors. Really a team coming together, and they had so much problems with their playoffs. You know, they've made it once in the last 17 years, right? So they don't want to be in that play-in tournament. Currently, they're in 7th place. The Minnesota Timberwolves. They'd like to get up to 6th because 6th is guaranteed, right? 7th place means you need to host the playing game, right? 6th means you're guaranteed the playoff spot. They're definitely trying to move up there. So it is a tough team to go against, but let's look at this Thunder squad, man. No matter what happens, they just continue to win, right? Even 2 nights ago with that tough injury report against the Denver Nuggets, you know, not only did they cover the plus 14.5, they win the game straight up, you know, and I think it's just a credit to the coaching. Mark Dejeneau, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, but he's doing a great job getting these guys going. And even, you know, they only had 9 guys dressed in the last game. They're able to get the victory. Will they get the victory tonight? Not sure, but I do think they keep it close. And, you know, we talked before we started recording about how great Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is, and I'm really happy to have him out there. And as good as the Timberwolves are, you know, if I were to argue, you know, Towns is great, Anthony Edwards is great, D'Angelo Russell is great, but I could argue that Alexander might end up being the best player on the floor tonight. When you got the best player on the floor, you're catching 9.5 points. That's a great recipe for me. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Oklahoma City Thunder plus 9.5.
Okay, so my boy Spread's going to roll with the Thunder. These kids are really talented, cover a lot of games. As he said, their win-loss record is horrible, but their record with us in Vegas is beautiful. So
Yep.
we like the Thunder a lot, man. They're one of the best teams against the spread in the league. Second, as he said, only to Ja Morant and the Grizzlies. Me, myself, I'm going to go to the Ohio Valley Conference Tournament. We're entering into the 3rd round. And I'm going to go with Morehead State plus 4.5 against their nemesis, the Belmont Bruins. Belmont has always been the most dominant team coming out of this conference. A couple of players have actually went to the NBA. Always a great shooting team. They run a wonderful motion offense. Always have guys who can stroke the ball from deep. Always fundamentally sound. Run great sets. Coach has been there forever. But their kryptonite is Morehead State. Morehead State is giving them very, very hard time the last 6-7 years that they played each other. Morehead State's won 3 of the last 4 contests. In the last contest, I had Morehead State as well, money line. They were plus 8.5. I had them also with the spread, but I also had a money line for plus 270. And when I say they dominated the entire game, controlled the game from beginning to the end, couldn't make free throws at the end of the game. Belmont got a couple of breaks that went their way, and with a couple of steals, made a 3. A kid got an and 1, and Belmont pulled out the game by 1 point at home. I think that'll have Morehead State very focused and very determined this game to get a victory. And not only do they have a successful history against Belmont, so they'll be very confident coming into the game. They'll be motivated by knowing that they had the game last time and blew it, and also by the fact that this is a win or go home situation. Most likely, if Belmont loses today, they won't make the tournament, but they probably will get invited to the NIT with the season that they've had. But Morehead State is going to go home. Their season is over with if they don't win today. So I think that they'll be very motivated to keep their season going. This is the team, them and Murray State, that Belmont did not want to see this early in the tournament. But here we are. Morehead State is in their last neutral site games. Once again, this is Ohio Valley Conference Tournament. They're 4-1 in neutral site games. Belmont, the Bruins haven't been good lately at all. They're 0-7 in their last 7, following a straight-up win against the spread. They're 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 games against a winning team with a winning percentage above 600. They're 1-7 against the spread in their last 8 overall. So I really expect Morehead State to keep this game close to the end, and I will not be surprised at all if they pull out a victory, because all of the pressure is really on Belmont, and all of the motivation is with Morehead State, as well as them being loose, and also with them having the confidence of always pretty of owning the last 4 contests against Belmont, besides the last minute of the final contest that they had in Belmont. So I expect a very confident Morehead State team to cover this plus 4.5. And my guy spread is going with the OKC Thunder plus 9.5. We want you guys to bet them straight, and we also want you guys to parlay them. And we'll see you guys on Monday. We want you guys to enjoy your weekend. This is Coach K's last game, I believe, at Cameron Indoor. They're laying 12 against North Carolina. If you guys want to catch that play, let me get a little bit more information, and I'll be giving you guys a free play on that Duke and North Carolina matchup on Saturday morning. Follow me on Twitter at 5star in Vegas. Please fill out the 5. Follow my guy Spread at his page at Spread ASTAIRE, and also subscribe to both of our YouTube channels. His is Spread ASTAIRE, and mine is 5-Star in Vegas Sports Investments. Anything for the people before we let them go for the week?
No, we're going to finish this week off with the winner. We hope everyone has a great weekend. Looking forward to it. And once again, thanks to Curtis for having us on his platform.
All right. The best of luck to you all. We'll see you guys on Monday.